Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Hey there everybody, it's another sit trip made by me, Hod, and let us see what's the next game. The second game is gonna be same set of players, folks. From the CN community, you pretty much known. From the previous one, I said there's gonna be a little bit of a series from this one. So on the right side, we actually have Hans playing as Germany, and we have Stromberg playing as Black Hand. So both of them, again, they don't know what the other guy is. So let's see. Currently we're seeing Han sending in rifles. Is he gonna be making a medic to support the push? We do see Stromberg pushing forward, and right now Stromberg's been revealed to be a TD faction. Hans also noted there's something over there. So currently we're seeing 10 rifles from Hans against 7 from Stromberg. So that's gonna be 3, with 1 medic supporting in between. 1 rifle died, and unfortunately for Hans, he did not manage to kill off the engineer from that one. After picking off the fight over here, he's gonna be pushing forward above. Does seem like he's gonna be able to pick off the engineer. It does seem like that way. Nah. So Stromberg managed to save his engineer. So Hans right now has taken the momentum for this game, folks. So far, Stromberg needs to do something. He's spending extra on rifles, unfortunately for him. He is out of money. He just hit the 0 just now. We saw the bar not fill up. Reason for that is he made 2 engineers, but both those engineers hasn't captured. No, only one captured this one. Like he used to. Yeah, like this one was supposed to get here, got blocked off by the rifle push, and then he tried to send it above. Because he did not manage to take that for himself. Sad to say, he was a little bit behind on that one. Anyway, we do see Hans already on his way for a radar tech. Currently, we're having Stromberg a little bit behind, because as I said, he spent way too many. How much did he lose? He lost 900. He lost 9 rifles for that one. Right now, he's sending 1 engineer to capture this one, trying to get some sort of semblance of control for the economy. Currently, we're seeing right now Hans is still staying in the main base. He's gonna be going for a triple ref, and currently he is not out of money. He has like 5 queues running in right now. Currently making a spy. So what I'm curious right now, folks, is what's gonna be happening right here. Sad to say, Stromberg was not able to stop Hans from getting the oil once again. There's just like 1 rifle over there, you know. So we're gonna be see them push forward, trying to destroy this one. And this engineer is able to take the 400 cash. I think he lost the engineer there. You lose the engineer. Where is he produced? No, that has to be a spot. No, it is an engineer, right? Yeah, it's an engineer. He lost an engineer. That's a really good kill by Hans right there. Currently, we're seeing the full retreat of the infantry with the appearance of the light tanks. And currently, Spy disguising as a civilian. Pretty good. And right now, the turret is now being used to attack the light tank. However, it does seem like Hans is way too ahead, way too above. His MCV is above. He can't defend this with the use of turrets. Ooh, he's making IFVs. The question right now will he be able to fend this off? I do feel like a GG is coming. Oh boy, he loses out his MCV right there. It's not good, folks. It's not good. Ooh. Currently, right now, it does seem like there's gonna be a full route for the minigunner over here. No, there's way too many rifles for Hans to deal there. So currently, we do see Stromberg regaining the momentum. And yeah, it's not auto-attacking. Yeah, so right now he's just scouting and providing information, right? I believe he's gonna be taking the War Factory veterancy from that one. So we do see Stromberg going for the Wrath Covenant. If I'm not wrong, that's the covenant that provides laser tanks. Because it feels like going against allies, you may be good having laser light tanks. Ooh, he's cloning from this one, disguising from that one. Anyway, I do feel like GG's coming, guys. It's really looking bad for Hans right now. Early game, he had a really good momentum. I'd say maybe he spent like, okay, let me pause a little bit. So he spent extra time to go for triple ref. I would think, like, see this, he has six ore trucks. How many refineries did he make? 1, 2, 3, 4 total. So we see all of this four ore refineries and 6 ore trucks. So that means he made 2 extra ore trucks. I suppose if he made instead of like going for 2, having like at least 2 vehicles would have helped him when there's that inevitable push. Currently we do see Stromberg trying to push forward, and he does manage to capture all of the oil. One of his engineers is going to be coming up and changing the oil, the paint on this one. Yeah, I'm not feeling Hans will be able to have a comeback on this one, folks. Currently, we do see Stromberg just running around trying to get some information in case they are there. But I don't think it's going to be a problem for Stromberg to win in this one. Ooh, he managed to spot that spy running around. Good on him. So currently he destroyed that one, that refinery. That's going to be a huge damage. Currently, because they're fighting over here, that gives Stromberg the time to go up and strike there, right? But I don't think Stromberg knows. Yeah, Stromberg doesn't know where the base is. However, with the appearance of this one, he should be able to guess, right? Game sense where the MCV was. And right there, he just used a radar scan over there, providing him all of the information that he needed. Currently, we're seeing 2 war factories. It's gonna be problematic for Hans if he wants to maintain that one. Ooh, yeah, does not feel good here, folks. And that's how it's gonna be going for game 2. Overall, I would say Hans did really good with the early game, trying to take the momentum. Stromberg was pretty good with, like, he had the exact units he needed. He needed to push, he needed a vehicle. Like, he needed a vehicle tank shots. And unfortunately for Hans, he was not prepared for that one. So yeah. With the use of the SSMs, it pretty much says, okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Ooh, he managed to destroy a few SSMs right there. But as I said, folks, I don't think it's going to be anything else that's going to happen here. That was a quick match, actually. Let's go for the next one.
Battle control terminated.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Hey there, folks, it's another sitrep by Mihad. Well, it's still the same video. But anyway, it's gonna be another game. Same folks, CN. Currently, we're seeing Stromberg playing as Psychor and Hans this time going for playing as a Black Hand sub-faction. It's gonna be weird to say going for. It's not like he chose the faction chose him. So we just we had tackled this map like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's like Kosovo, but inverted. Or like if you have Kosovo spawn here and here, it goes like up to here. Like there's a very small tips on this part, on this parts, and then there's considerable amount of tips here. Here is like it's like the flip of it. So anyway, we do see Hans favoring getting the oil. Yeah, getting the oil first. Like he went in without having rifles to guide. Ooh, one flamethrower. The one good thing about like going against Soviets. Ooh, is he able to see this? Yeah, he sees it. He sees it. Oh, oh my God! Whoa! Let's go! He managed to do that, and because he and because Stromberg sold that, he is forced to sell one of his ore refinery. Good thinking right there by Stromberg. But I really like how that went right there. So what? All in all, folks, it means it like Stromberg's gonna be delayed for like 18 seconds because he placed that one flame turret over there. My God, the plays right here, folks. This is CA. This is CA tournament worthy casting right here. Lol, not really. Anyway, yeah, the good thing about rushing towards the tech structures, if you're up against Soviet, is that you're denying them the XP. So every tech structure that you capture is worth 10 XP. So we saw Hans take this, and this, so that's 30. That's the 30 you see here in the score. If you notice, whenever I play as Soviets, I sometimes keep doing that. I'm just glancing at the score. So whenever I see someone have like multiples of 10, that means they captured something. That's also my way to identify if the player is skipping racks or not, which is kind of cheating if you think about it. But but anyway, yeah. So Soviet, they don't have access to medics. Pretty imperative to take this. And currently, ooh, quick retreat right there. I really like what Hans did there. Excuse me. So both sides have their own medics right now. You know, we're spawned right here. I wonder if each doctors know each other, and they don't like each other anymore because they're on the different color. Seeing a heavy tank being pumped out right here with Stromberg. So Stromberg was forced to go for triple ref. Triple ref in the main base, whereas we have Hans right here going for triple ref already in the expansion. So what I'm curious again here is, will we see a repeat from the previous game where it's gonna be like a heavy tank push and Hans not being prepared for it? How many rockets do Hans have? Hans has 4 versus Stromberg's 5. Are they able to pick this off? Ooh. Right now, it does seem like the rifles are doing a lot of work right here. Assassins have been spawned! Whoa! Yeah, because Hans sold the power plant right there, provided. No, Stromberg rather. Because Stromberg sold the power plant right there, provided Hans the opportunity to research Wrath Covenant. Is it Wrath? Yeah, it's Wrath. So as he researched that one, the first instance you have access to like infantry spawn power, they have reduced cooldown time. So right on time, because the assassin spawn right there pretty much pulled back a little bit of the force right there. Currently we're seeing Stromberg trying to push in. However, it does seem like he's gonna be going forward trying to attack the harvesting operations over there. Seems like all of his infantry are not able to fend off in this one. However, with the appearance of the turret right here, providing everything that Hans need to fend off the harassment in the back. Currently, we're seeing 3 recon bikes are now ready, perhaps they're gonna be going around trying to attack do the same to Stromberg as well, folks. 3 bikes, 4 bikes. I think there's gonna be a 5th. So 6 minutes in, let's have a little pause right here, folks. So currently, as I said regarding the Kosovo video, where there's like a new expansion meta. So same thing Hans did here. Hans did not spend way too much effort to place the refinery over here. He just placed it here, trying to do a little bit of long distance mining. That's gonna be efficient regarding trying to be like as fast as possible. Put a refinery over here, then go to the next expansion. He's trying to do that right here, folks. That's what he is planning right there. And we are now seeing a 2-1 build from Hans. How about Stromberg? Stromberg is now on 1-1-1 build, and we are now seeing Rhino heavy tanks. Vehicle reporting. We are gonna be seeing a very, very tanky tanks trying to attack the Nod forces on the top left corner of the map. What I'm curious is he not gonna research lash? Ah, there he goes. He's researching lasher tanks. Ooh, both of them are right now having 3K, 4K. Although I would say Hans is a little bit, just a little tiny bit floating in that sense, and Stromberg is draining his money. He's not in a break even, I'd say. Yeah, slightly draining. So currently he's having 2 helipads, 2 airfields. So, oh my god, Hans is floating hard. He's 8K. What's going on? Oh no! Oh no! Hans, you need to pump out some troops, my man. You have 7K worth of troops not in the field. However, we do see a recon bike ready to attack, and the main base perhaps gonna be situating over here, or perhaps they're gonna be poking this one. That said, one goes down by a single shot. we do see Hind perhaps attacking this one, but that goes right there, folks. A second level of the Covenant. Right now, we're just seeing Stromberg trying to do something to fend off, and it does seem like level 3 Covenant is now unlocked for Hans right here, folks. We do not have anything to stop that one. Well, yeah, he had Heinz, but perhaps a little bit too late for that one. Anyway, folks, we do see a couple of howitzers in this one. And Stromberg is still not maintaining his eco currently. He's draining fast. And Hans right now has stabilized his money. He is now at break-even level. Slightly floating, but again, break-even. Pretty good. Anyway, lose 1 harvester over there. It does seem like the Heinz are going to be doing a lot of work over here. I don't see any rockets from Hans trying to attack the Heinz. No, there's no rockets for that one. Oh, I see SAM sites, but I sad to say. Oh, is he going to drop? He's going to drop the Heinz on top of infantry. Unfortunately, with the appearance of the assassin, they're just going to be poking out the rifle / rockets of Stromberg off the map. That right there, folks, was very, very costly. Currently, we're seeing Hans with 10K worth of army against Stromberg with 10K worth of army as well. Let's have a rocket check, folks. Hans have 9. That's not 9. That's 15, right? I don't know math. Yes, 15 worth of rockets. So this Heinz is gonna be going down. We do see the stealth tank over there. I think he has. No, it does not have tip core yet. No, it has tip core. Yeah, so there's tip core, longer range. Currently, we're seeing a mutabomb being dropped coming from from the south, but doesn't seem like it's gonna be converting any beefcakes this time. And the use of the Heinz right now, with the use of the Heinz, it does seem like Heinz is gonna be helping out Hans Stromberg against Hans. Currently, we're seeing Hans trying to stabilize the situation with the use of the stealth generator, shielding him from all the recon here. And he I'm pretty sure he sees that, right? Like he saw there's a well, there's a timer on the top left when you play, so I don't think it matters. Yeah, so currently we're seeing no shock troopers. Interesting. No shock troopers so far. There's a Tesla coil, so Stromberg is able to make shock troopers, but he chooses not to make one. Interesting. Oh no! Hans has 2 barracks queuing commando at the same time. Brother, he is wasting 1 barracks worth of 30 seconds build time. No, that's a misplay in itself. He could have made around 15 minigunner. Perhaps, like, can you imagine, just because of that, Hans right now does not have the forces enough to provide him with everything if he needs to fight off the troops right here from Stromberg. It is possible. We do see 3 V3s online and 1 engineer on the side. I don't know what he's gonna be taking. He should be taking this for the medics to spawn. He's not yet making them. With the 3-shot, you should know they're not alive anymore. You can 3-shot salvo this one. You can 1-salvo this one because you have 3 V3s. V2s rather. Oh no, he's wasting time. Attack the refinery, my friend. Attack it and you could do something. And that's dead. I lied. I lied. You need 4. I forgot you need 3 V3 shots against refineries. Anyway,
Time to rock and roll.
that seemed like that Samsung's gonna go down. Currently, we're seeing Stromberg having a lot of troops compared to Hans at this point. Hans is not expanding. He's not taking this. Stromberg has the Hind prepared against the heavy flame tank. Sad to say for Hans, he's not taking that one. Oh, there's no. Let me pause a little bit, folks. So, what I'm curious is gonna happen here, with the stealth gen being used, Hans is gonna be pushing forward and try to catch him off guard. What I'm curious is he does not have information on that one. So, with no stealth detection, what I'm really curious is, will Stromberg be caught off guard because of the stealth? Let's see. He's pulling back. He's pulling back the entire way. The stealth is for nothing. Right? Oh! Oh, there's way too many vehicles for Hans to deal with there. It's a rout. But it does seem like he is baiting. Will it be a huge damage? Oh, 2 V2s. 2 V2s are dead with a couple of vehicles right there. Will we see Hans pull a comeback on this one? With the mass Heinz, though, it does feel like it's gonna be problematic for him, because Stromberg will have his answer against SSMs. We do see cyborgs being made right now. So what I'm curious is, will Hans be able to hold off? Does seem like the shots right there from the V2 is pretty good. Currently, we're seeing a rout right here as he is being pushed back by Stromberg. Stromberg doing everything that he can, trying to pick off everything with all that he has. However, with the mass vehicle right here, it does feel like he is a little bit countered. He spent way too much time attacking the SAM site. The SAM site is one of the hardest targets, my friend. Oh. Right now we see Hans using the you can't hit me button. He's using the blue IC, folks. On top of the war factory, it does seem like he is pulling back. Stromberg's pulling back right now. Still, there's no appearance of the what's it called? The Tesla trooper, the shock trooper. Currently, we're just seeing Tesla tracks being made. Currently, the Hinds the airfields are now they don't produce anymore, so that means the queues, the money per second that was supposed to be used here is freed up. Currently, we're just seeing Stromberg trying to scout out the base. You do see this is pretty much mined out. So there's a refinery over here. Currently, folks, we see a 14k troop from Hans up against 19k. And he does know your thoughts, my friends. So currently, 20k, 2500 versus 16500. It do seem like we're gonna be seeing Hans hurting with the disappearance of his refinery over here, because that's worth 2 trees, my friends. And currently we do see Stromberg making his batch his operations over here with refinery ready. Oh, it was just very, very, very close. But anyway, with the refinery being lost over there, it does seem like it's gonna be problematic. Anyway, we do see a potential fight right here. Oh, this is pretty much a good concave from Hans, Stromberg rather, and a mutibomb in the back. We do see Yuri's gonna die a little bit. Oh, what's going on? But anyway, there's gonna be a cluster missile on top of the Teslas. How much damage will it do? Oh, it only did 5k on that one. Sad to say, if it was few cells to the north. That's correct, right? North, up. It was just few cells above. It dealt a little bit more of damage instead of that one. However, folks, I really like the game so far that we've seen. Again, both players good with what they do. Stromberg showcasing his vehicle menacing gameplay with the vehicles. But yeah, it's I would say it's more on Thrasher tanks being one of the strongest tier 1 vehicle battle tank MBTs you can make as like any faction, right? Cost efficient, very high HP, and then if you make the industrial plant, they become cheaper. So you have high HP to cost ratio for that one. So anyway, that's game 3, folks, and we shall see you on the next one.
Battle control terminated.